Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. It means a lot that you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And this is the first video that I've recorded where you're probably seeing this when I have 1,000 subs. That's a crazy number, guys. I can't believe we've gotten to this crazy number. I mean, it's not crazy, but to me, it's crazy. So thanks for that one. Two, we have 4 people here ready to probably argue for an hour and a half about Survivor. And there's 8 people left. So now we're down to what, 3 episodes into the finale, I think, which is a really, really cool thought to think that 41's definitely in the back half for sure, but basically almost over. And now we're about to move on to 42. Look out for the 42 cast assessment coming probably next week. Skyliner, you're a person to tell me about.
I mean, well, correction. There's 4 episodes left. They said it's in on December 15th, so that's 4 episodes. Wait, what was the question again?
I was asking your thoughts on the last episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good episode. You know, I like that there was 2 boots, but it wasn't like a double episode squashed into like one episode. You know, I think I'd much rather prefer this instead of that. Even though like one of the boots was kind of pretty obvious, I still think both of them like had interesting, like both, you know, tribes are separated, had like some interesting stuff going on. Because I mean, you know, Deshaun, you know, could have done something, and you know, like my name said, you know, last time Deshaun sold, so you know, would have been a fun blindside on Lyanna, especially, you know. And if you guys haven't watched this a lot, you know that I have a deep hatred for Lyanna, just like how Lyanna has a deep hatred for Xander. But I'm actually justified.
I don't think Bitter likes her either from his videos.
Yeah, I hate her face.
yeah, right. I do like take that, Lyanna. We hate your face.
I hate her face.
That's stupid funny. Face.
That's funny. Okay, so now that we've gotten warmed up and we're starting to hate on half the cast, let's get into this power rankings. So we're as always, we go from 8 to 1, or the number of members to 1. 1 being the players who are either the best shot to win, playing the best game, or not going home. It's usually one of those 3. We like to lean towards the better player versus like just putting goats at the top. But you know, sometimes things can differ as far as reasoning why people have certain players on their list. But we always start from worst and get all the way up to the top. So let's start at 8. We'll go me, Xander, Stan, Underdog, and then Bitter. How about that? Does that work?
Yeah, so.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. At my number 8, I have Ricard. I think Ricard will be collateral if Shan gets blindsided, and I feel like I'm more confident, although they really tried to sell the opposite in the next time on, that Deshaun will win the battle between Shan versus Deshaun. And so I do feel like Deshaun wins, but they don't go after Shan. They probably go after Ricard instead. And I feel like Ricard could be collateral damage. I also think that Ricard isn't in the best spot, as he seems to be like a strong 5th member in that Camp Out Alliance. That's not really a good spot to be in, though, because even if he pulled in everybody else in the tribe, that's 4 against 4. That's not, and plus that's also not going to happen. To be on the outside of that, especially with a race-based alliance, they're going to cut you so fast. I just think Ricard's not in a good spot as far as his alliance, and I don't think he's in a good spot as far as avoiding being blindsided, because I feel like he could be potential collateral if Shan gets some heat in this next episode.
All right. Okay. I mean, I like it. You know, welcome to the Ricard bandwagon, the Ricard hating bandwagon. I think you guys all know I have number 8, so I cannot justify putting Ricard over my number 8. But I don't have Ricard too much either. He is the collateral damage to Chantel, and if they want to weaken Chantel, well, there you have Ricard right there. He's probably not going to win another immunity challenge. You know, I just don't really see that happening. I think he got like real lucky with that one immunity one. I just don't really see him winning immunities anymore, and he's probably going to be voted out around this 7-6-5. And even if he does make it to the final 3, he definitely doesn't win. He has to have like a very specific final 3 to win. That is never going to happen. So, yeah.
I agree. Oh, just a little sidebar. We are now on Spotify, or at least the podcasts are. So we're on Spotify now. So check us out if you're watching on Spotify. Hello, you probably have the screen closed, which is cool, and you can't do it on YouTube. So go check me out on Spotify, even though I don't really get paid for that, but I don't really get paid for either. So there you go. That's awesome. All right.
It's about to though. Ayo, money.
All right. My number 8 is.
Hey, wait,
Lyanna.
yo, pause. I never said my number 8.
Oh, come on, Spencer.
You didn't? You didn't?
No.
No, he was just commenting on. He's commenting on
wow.
yours.
That was a long comment.
Well, no, but I like the Lyanna hate train too. Welcome to the club. No, we'll give it a second. Mine's gonna be real quick. It's Heather still. She's not winning. That's it. That's really all I gotta say. Heather number 8. Here, go ahead, Underdog.
I mean, I really don't see Heather winning either because obviously how she was portrayed in the early game, but her screen time has to an extent picked up over the last couple episodes, and I feel like she might make it to the final 3, which, to be fair, Lyanna might also, but like Lyanna is actively being buried in the edit. Like there is no way she wins the game with how her edit is going right now. There is a -% chance she wins the game, so that's why she's 8 for me.
Okay. I mean, I like it. Again, Lyanna
like
hate bandwagon, obviously.
Well, it's like, I mean, part of it is that she's just really immature. Like you're 20 years old, so that's like kind of the post high school mentality of just like being so obsessed with drama and like oh my gosh, there's a boy that I think is cute. I hate his face. Give me some space. It's obvious that she has a thing for him. So it's just
after the season.
It's just annoying to see this play out on TV. Like I get that this sort of stuff happens all the time in real life for young adults, but like doesn't really look great on TV.
She's just mad that Xander's a cutie again. Like I just keep saying this. Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Bitter Jur, who do you have hanging out at the bottom of your list?
I got Heather. I mean, I can concur on basically everything that's been said about her. She has like no chance to win it all. So
that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I don't want to elaborate on her anymore because she doesn't deserve it. So
all right,
doesn't deserve it. I like that. Okay, so mine 7, right?
Yeah, 7s.
Okay, we got 7. I have. You know what? I'll just go with my 7 and my 6 because they always go in a group. You know who it is. It's Erica and Heather. They're always running a pack because they're both useless and they're not going to win. But I do think that Erica is more of a threat to get voted out like next episode. I feel like if Erica got voted out in the next episode, I would be less shocked than if Heather got voted out. And that's why Heather stays above Erica. On top of that, I really don't think that the Heather and Erica final tribal would be like that far separated. Like, yes, Erica probably wins there, but honestly, I think Heather could have a shot there. And because Heather's not going home, that's 2 things that Heather has over Erica. And so for that reason, I do have to put Erica below Heather. And obviously, Heather, the reason why she will always be in this bottom 3 or 4 is because she has no shot of winning based on her abysmal pre-merge edit in which she got literally 1 scene about her. Literally 1. There's like at least 50. So to do the math.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I'm gonna not do my number 6, my 6 and 7 together. So I guess we'll just skip you when we get to 6. But my number 7, Ricard. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, it just at this point, I just the thing I said was the only final 3 I see Ricard winning. It's a final 3 between him, Heather, and Erica, and he's actively trying to make that final 3 not happen. So. I just don't really see a case for him winning. I don't really think he's that much of a respected player out there. If interviews are what happened, and it didn't seem like Ricard was too well liked out there. So there's that. And he also just hasn't really gone to edit. He got like this one confessional or whatever about him being like deaf in his right ear or whatever, and how he has to deal with that. It's just I feel like it's too late in the game for him to get personal content for it to warrant like him being the winner of the season. I don't see him winning at this point. Again, the only final 3 he wins with Heather and Erica and him, and he doesn't want that final 3 to happen. So
yeah,
I agree. Maybe Lyanna as well. Maybe.
Yeah, potentially.
But that one's more up in the air, while the Erica and Heather one is like basically guaranteed.
Camp out member and a female, so that's like 2 things immediately where she has like 5 votes to it, like at least 4, and that's like half the jury because the jury it's gonna be 8, right? A jury of 8.
Yes.
So yeah, because we started at 11. Hopefully, I'd be shocked if we got a final 2. I'd be like, wouldn't that be nuts if they're like, yeah,
drop the 4, keep the 1.
Drop the 4, keep the 2. We're doing a final 2.
Could you imagine doing a fire making challenge and then still have a 2? That'd be kind of cool.
That would be weird. Okay, if we don't get a final 4 fire making challenge, then we know.
Imagine like a final 1 where it's just like in like the final 2, like he's like Jeff's like, okay, you can give your opening Just kidding. Do a fire making challenge. The winner wins Survivor 41.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that's why the winner was announced on location. That's
It
probably
all
it.
makes
There you go.
sense
Cool.
now. It all
Or
makes
maybe they
sense
both
now.
couldn't make a fire, so it was a tie.
There's first time there was 2 winners of a season. I like
Somebody
it.
gets like offended and calls the wood racist, and then it's a tie forever. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lyanna's losing, so she calls the wood racist and blames it on Xander.
Literally, like wood has 2 O's in it, and like O is a vowel, and A is a vowel, and A is in racist. So like, come on.
She
there
would
should
try
be-
to make that connection. Lyanna would be the one to try to make that connection, and then somehow blame it on Xander or something like that. I don't know.
Underdog.
What is
So
yours?
I kind of already explained my reasoning for this pick and my last pick, but I have Heather at number 7, and that's because her edit is just non-existent, which to me is better than having an actively bad edit. So
I
she's
agree.
still not winning the game, but
No,
she
I
might
also agree.
make it somewhat far. I don't know.
Rumble. All right.
I've always had her at that 3rd place no votes spot. I've had her like everyone was like, no, that's like Tiffany. No, that is Heather. That is
It
Heather's
wasn't
spot.
Tiffany.
She has reserved that spot as a person who's like getting a bit of like a growth edit. Like I'm a mom, I can do it. Edit that's like Julie's edit from 38, and that's obviously Julie also got some pre-merge content, but Heather's getting like a Julie edit minus the pre-merge. I guess
She's
So,
not a girl, man.
but I feel-
She's a mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a
Right.
mom. She's a mom. That's right. That's
Team
right.
mom. Go guys.
Yeah. So.
All right. Okay. No, I get it. Just I'll probably always put like even if someone's actively getting bad at it, I'll put them over the goat to lose. But all right, Bitterger, what's your number 7?
I got Lyanna just because she can't beat anybody in that with like her own alliance. She can't beat any of them. So I mean, I
agree.
see a chance of her getting to the finals. I just don't. Even if she gets to the finals with Heather and Erica, I still don't see it either. So that's why we're at 7.
All right. That it? All right, so we're skipping over Spencer because he said his number 6 already. My number 6, I wish I could put her lower, but I can't. My number 6 is Lyanna. I wanted to have her lower on the list, but I just couldn't. Yeah, she's the like one person of the camp art that's getting like actively like is bad content or like not getting shown. I mean, these past couple episodes just absolutely like just got mopped across the floor by Xander. She's like, "Ugh, I hate Xander's stupid cute face," and then he wins immunity. It's like if she was the winner this season, they would never show that. I don't think, right?
No,
But they actively want to make her look bad, so they show like because like they normally never show people on the sideline saying something about players, but like it's Lyanna, so you have to hear her contradict herself or whatever. So, I mean, the editors, and which I'm a fan of it. The editors are doing every single thing to make her look worse, which I'm a fan of because I don't like Lyanna. And yeah, I just there's no way she's winning out of the camp out. She's the one that I think lose. I could see her lose to Danny, honestly, just because I don't know. I just
for sure.
I just
She'd lose to
really
Danny.
do not see her a path for her to win. But the only
I
thing
agree.
that keeps her like above is because she is in that camp out alliance, which I said last episode might break apart, which it didn't. But if the previews this time around are actually true, then it looks like the next episode are probably going to break because people are going after each other in the camp out alliance. So
Usually they're never true though. So
yeah,
Yeah, facts.
but I feel like the camp out alliance is due for a breakup sometime soon. But
I feel like we're gonna
Definitely.
see that all the way till Final Four, and it's all camp out members.
Imagine. that
They
would-
keep previewing every single episode. Oh, the camp out's going to break up, and then they keep staying together until the Final Four.
Has the camp out gotten like an official name, or is that just what we're calling it?
no, that's
Okay.
That's what everyone's calling it because of the cookout from Big
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah. Because like camp is like okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Survivor
outside.
camp.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess the cookout's outside too. So,
So
Yeah, that's true. But there's
Underdog.
also like a little outdoor thing, and like isn't there like a little field? Like I remember watching like
bruh,
19,
it's
like,
not
2
that
episodes
deep.
or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that deep.
Exactly.
but there's no
Underdog.
grill, so
What's your 6
that's true.
underdog?
My number 6 is going to Erica because she's actively being targeted by the camp out. But if that happens to break apart and potentially, I don't know, stuff's going to happen next episode, which it probably will, she's probably going to avoid the firing line for a little bit. But I don't think she has a super great chance to win. I don't think she has many allies right now. So I can't really justify her being in the top 5 that are left. But she does move up 3 places from my ranking last episode. So it's like it's not terrible for her, but she's really never been someone that's really in the top group.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. I see
agree.
that.
I have her there at 6-2, Erica.
All right. All right then. All right. So number 5s then. All right, Spencer. What's your number 5? What's your number 5, bro? Oh, he's muted. I wasn't paying attention.
He's yelling it because he loves Erica and he can't stand the
I know,
slander.
right? Okay, I'm gonna try to say my number 5 right now, and I'm probably gonna get interrupted by Spencer. My number 5 is Erica. I don't know, like she kind of just got here because I don't like the other people. Oh, he said skip for now. Yeah, Erica. She just she got here because like I feel like she's gonna skate by maybe for the next couple episodes because she's not a target at all. I mean, I could honestly at this point see Erica. I think she's getting like the edit of like a losing finalist. I honestly could see that. And I have like confidence in like she might not get voted out, but she's definitely not winning at this point. But because like I don't think she's doing anything actively bad like Heather, Ricard, Lyanna, she just kind of gets number 5. And now there's 2 Spencers, and now there's 1, and now there's 2 again. What is going on here?
Hold on. I'm getting the bad one out. I'm getting the rogue one out. I got you. Hold on.
Oh, was it a fake? Was that a fake one? Oh,
hold on. We almost got it.
was that a fake Spencer?
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
I
What
said
are we looking for?
5.
My 5, right?
Yeah. I said my 5, so yeah, you said it.
Wait. Oh yeah. Because I already said 6 is Heather, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so my 5 is Lyanna. I think Lyanna is in the worst spot out of the camp out. I think she loses to Danny. She loses to Deshaun. She loses to Shan. If you're losing to Shan right now, the way Shan's teetering out, you got some serious issues. Lyanna had bad merge episode. Usually, it's very rare for a winner to have a bad merge episode. I can really only think of maybe Adam, and then like people obviously there's people's like for example Danny, who like. Technically, yes, she had a quote-unquote bad merge episode because her tribe was down in numbers, but it's not like she really could have done anything. People like Adam actively had bad merge episodes, but like there's only like maybe 2, maybe 3 or 4 examples of that. Usually, your winner has a good merge episode, even if they're on the bottom. Like Danny, for example, you like see her going around and talking to people, and so if Lyanna's getting this terrible merge episode edit, I tend to think that she's not getting that winner's edit, but that's just my personal opinion. I also think that Lyanna is not getting an edit that's positive enough. Obviously, we've seen such negativity from her. There's no way that they show the winner just absolutely hating on Xander, and then Xander wins the challenge. Now, if Xander loses there, maybe they like show it for it's like, oh, like it's a rivalry. But there's no way that they show the winners being wrong, like straight up just like dead wrong on the situation. Yeah, and so that's just how I personally feel. I think her edit's kind of weird because like can you guys remember back in the premiers when she started crying about Xander like not being gone or whatever?
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah,
I laughed.
we got that, and like I guess we're supposed to feel bad of her, but then like now we're not supposed to feel bad. Like I'm very confusing, but I feel like a confusing edit usually isn't a winner's edit, especially in this case where she has such a bad start to the post merge here. I do think that she may be collateral if they go after Shan, because Ricard and her are kind of Shan's closest allies. And so I am definitely worried for Ricard and Lyanna. And that's why, obviously, Heather and Erica always will be in this bottom half. But the other 2 that are in this bottom half are Lyanna and Ricard because they are collateral for Shan's ultimate demise.
No, yeah, I see that. I would just like to add whenever Lyanna cries, I laugh, so. More crying, please. I want to have a jolly old time when watching Survivor.
I just want Jeff to bring in more grilled cheese and not give it to her.
Yeah, I mean, she was Xander had the grilled cheese. I'm so sad.
Xander's covering that grilled cheese in his face.
Did you see on the preview? She is like weeping in front of Shan.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
I know
God.
about Ricard.
It's like she's like, Deshaun wants to get me out. It's like, get your emotions together, Jesus Christ,
Bro.
Like
oh
you're
my
getting
God.
targeted and you're getting this upset about. Like, get your
Yeah,
emotions
you're, like,
together
crying.
and try and actually actively come up with a solution instead of crying your way out of this situation.
We
It
have
doesn't
now
work in
seen
the
her
real
cry.
world, and it sure as hell doesn't work on Survivor.
Yeah, I just
So have we?
I don't
So
know.
have we
what
seen
she's
her
trying to do.
cry? So
Yeah.
so we have seen her cry now twice or 3 times.
We've seen her cry after they voted Chad Voce out of the game. We
Chad
saw her
Voce was
cry
still mad.
after not getting grilled cheese. and
Now
we
we
see
see
her
her
cry
cry.
in the preview.
So
She kinda-
3 times.
That's 3
And that's not
cried
even-
when Tiffany
This is
got
like
the
on the
advantage
level
too,
of
right?
Dawn. This is like almost on the level of Dawn. from
Yeah,
South Pacific
almost.
and Karamoan.
Well, no,
My
Dawn
God.
like cried like
And
literally,
like she didn't even
7 or 8
cry when
times.
she misused the knowledge of power advantage, which is
I
like
know, but she's
Yeah,
when
gonna
it would
cry
be
about.
okay to cry.
Now she's gonna cry because
literally-
she heard someone wants to get out. Like not even her. I think she was crying about someone like wanting to get out.
Ricard.
Chantel.
It wasn't even Shan. It was
Ricard.
Ricard.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Like, are
Bruh.
you kidding me?
She's crying that
She doesn't
Deshaun
even know
trusted her
Ricard
enough
that well. She
to
hasn't
tell
played
her.
the game with him at all.
Exactly.
Emotional
They-
train wreck. I swear.
I don't
My
get it.
goodness.
Like as
I'm
soon as like that
This-
moment
this
when
is
like
me personally.
Tiffany found the advantage on the beach and then she
Mhm.
got like really upset about it, like she had that
Yeah.
pouty face. I knew she had like no control over her emotions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't want to talk
I'll
about Lyanna
give her the
anymore. It just
benefit.
pissed me off.
I'll like give her the benefit because although 20 isn't being a baby, you do have to at least give her the benefit. Like she's not full, her brain is not fully formed. It still has
Bro,
like at least 5
She
years
went to
to fully
college. She's
form.
done already. No,
I mean, just compare her to
Yeah.
Xander. Xander's like the same age.
yeah, and look at
I
Xander.
understand, but
Chad
Xander's also
Xander.
like, yeah, but Xander's also like a specimen of just an amazing human being.
I know.
Liana is
You saying
nothing
Leanna's
but
not?
that. And Liana is definitely. Yo, you're right.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I just chose my
What do you
my
mean,
words so poorly.
bruh? Lyanna's a queen, obviously. No. I mean,
Like,
look at Xander, right? Look at all those. Imagine if Lyanna went through all Xander went through on this season. She'd be bawling her
Yeah.
eyes out. Xander hasn't shed one tear because
I would love a
Chad.
redo of the season to see that.
Imagine.
No,
Imagine, like,
Xander did cry with Liana, but I feel like it was almost just to like.
when did
fit
he
in with
cry
Liana
with Lyanna? I don't remember that.
So
I think with the
he-
grilled
like,
cheese.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they like all cried, like, but like he did say that he likes to be with losers because they're miserable. So maybe he did it on purpose to cry, like
Yeah,
to fit
no.
in with them.
No, Xander cannot cry. Actually, he just does not have the capability to cry. Because
It's more like
he
a
doesn't-
choke.
does
up.
not-
It wasn't like tears.
Yeah. I think
It's like fake,
I-
really bad fake crying.
Yeah, exactly. It was like boo-hoos, but it wasn't any actual like tears streaming down his face. Whereas Liana and Shan literally had tears streaming down their face, and they were like,
It's like,
look
dang, you
terrible,
really want
like-
grilled cheese that badly? Like, I get it. Like, it's just grilled cheese. Like, it really is not that deep. It's
Didn't even satisfy Ricard, so it's no big deal.
yeah. He was like, can I have that? Whatever it was. I
That
want.
papaya, man.
That papaya, yeah. Let me get that papaya, bro. Oh my god. And nowhere. Let
Well,
me get the
slither
papaya.
that papaya. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
And that's all he wants. All he wants for Christmas is papaya.
If I
He's
if
chasing
I ever
that
got on
papaya
Survivor,
back.
I'd be like, yeah, everyone's got like their one, like they always like mention their one goal. Like, if I just
Yeah.
get to the merge and get some papaya, man,
Yeah.
I can go after that.
If I just get to the
That'll be my
family
boost.
visit and I can eat some papaya with my family.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Oh wait,
You'll
yeah.
immediately be good.
They should be doing the family visit, I guess, sometime soon then, right? Because it's like what?
Oh,
from
No
April?
family visit
no,
because
no.
no family
Oh,
visit
yeah,
because
right,
of
no
COVID.
family because of COVID.
Yeah,
You know,
that
I'm
sucks.
actually okay with it.
It's actually because they
Yeah.
have no families. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's because actually no
Yeah,
one
'cause they're
loved
all just
Lyanna
cold and
enough to
heartless.
come to see her, so they had to cancel it all because no one.
Yeah.
Probably
Well, they
honest
could have
family
just done
wanted
what
to
they
see
were
her.
planning to do with Randy in Gabon.
Wait,
Oh,
what
yeah,
were
what
they
was
gonna do?
that
with
for
Randy
Yeah.
didn't have any loved ones, so they were just gonna not have anybody for him.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna like have all the family members come out, and just Randy's gonna be alone and miserable while
Yeah,
and then in the
that's so
challenge he's
sad.
still doing the challenge just to like win it, just to like
Imagine
make
if he
everyone else
had
win.
made it to that point, had won the challenge without a loved one, and then no one gets to see their loved one.
That would have
He'd
been
have
so
probably
good.
still
Honestly,
keep it.
That'd be one of the
just-
best moments in Survivor history.
just to be a dick. He
That
he
would be the
probably
most
keep it
Randy thing ever to do.
I know, right?
He could
to
have pulled
be
a
like,
fair
no.
play and said like the
No,
family
I
member
want it.
died, so it didn't show up.
It's like the cookies. I want it fair and square. You don't. I'm the boss here.
Yeah. Well,
Cookies.
he asked Jeff if he can eat all the cookies in front of him, bro. Like,
Mhm.
man is evil, but like I love it.
He's like,
come on.
okay, guys, if you Jeff, if you give me a cookie right now, I'll let all the other people have their family members. God,
Gabon,
It's so
this
crazy.
season, right?
that's so crazy. That, like, not a single, like, I can't believe that, like, not one person was gonna be there for Randy's
Yeah,
loved ones
facts.
challenge.
Like, not
Bro, it's
one
just
person
alone.
loves Rand. Like, that's crazy.
I think
Like,
he's
that's-
I
that's
think
so
he's
sad.
still alone even nowadays. I think he's still just.
Yeah,
behind
he
him.
is.
Yeah, he's listening to the
He has,
podcast
like, a
right now.
dog.
I'm like, oh man.
Randy, we're
Oh
Randy
yeah,
stands, bro. If you
he's
ever want to
listening, and we're
interview,
just absolutely flaming him right. Randy, if you're listening, DM me, bro. Like, I'll do a tell all on the Gabon for you. I
yeah,
got
exactly.
you.
We're
but-
Randy stands,
but-
okay. You probably
Ra-
dislike Liana, okay, and we dislike Liana too. So
Randy's
common
pretty
ground.
based on Twitter, so
He is based. He is based.
He's based. I like that.
No, he's super based on. Well, he hates Redditors. Like he hates Redditors. So
Oh, okay.
that's
Oh,
all.
perfect.
There we go. Yep.
Right.
So
What
so
were we on
that's
again?
Oh yeah, Lyanna.
So are we on 5?
Yeah, I think. Wait, yeah. Underdog was it?
I just talked about
5.
Lyanna, right?
Lyanna?
Yeah, so it was just you that just went.
Yeah, and I went.
Yes,
So
yes,
underdog. What's your 5 then?
My number 5 pick is going to be Shan.
Ooh, hot take. Hot take.
She is not moving at all from last week. She was number 5. She still is number 5, and I mean, she did make somewhat of a good. I've heard people argue in favor of the splitting her extra vote.
No.
I didn't really go too much in depth into the strategy of that, but I'm just gonna assume
Oh, you
that
got
it
it.
was a good
Watch this. So Ricard. Okay, so basically what happens is Ricard and Nasir vote for Heather. Erica and Heather vote for Nasir, right? Shan, if she had just voted for Nasir with Heather and Erica, then Heather and Erica could have pulled a fast one on her, and Heather and Erica could have voted for Shan. That causes a tie in which the 3 people who revote are Heather, Erica, and Ricard. That's 2 people who would then vote Shan, and Shan would go home. She was avoiding that. Now, obviously, in the end, it was useless because they didn't play a fast one on her. But I do think that she was just making sure that she didn't get absolutely masterminded by Erica and Heather.
Huh?
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. Who's your number 5 again?
I said it was Shan.
Yeah,
Shan.
Okay. All right, better juror. Who's your number 5?
I got Ricard because he's slandering past deaf contestants. Christy's way better than him. He has no shot.
Really?
Yeah, there was a hard of hearing person before she couldn't even hear, bro.
Is
Yeah,
he
it's been a couple.
slandering her though?
Well, he said I want to be
Yeah,
the first partially deaf winner.
we got a
I
whole
mean,
deaf
Christy-
winner.
Christy's gonna
Christy
come
didn't
back
win.
on All Stars and win. So you can
Mhm,
get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah.
obviously.
I would have rather seen Christy than Alicia on All Stars, honestly.
I like
mean,
both of them, so I don't give her.
I just
Amber
need
on
5
All
people
Stars.
from the Australian Outback. That was way too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who needed
Yeah,
Amber
absolutely
or
ridiculous.
who
Amber,
really needed
Rob
Amber?
need-
Rob needed Amber.
I mean,
Rob does
apparently he
nothing
didn't
that
'cause he
season without
lost.
Amber.
Obviously.
Maybe. He probably doesn't win, but he does probably play a dominant game and gets
Yeah, he
voted out
does.
at-
I don't think
at
it's as
5.
dominant though, because he doesn't
Well,
really
I
have.
think so.
Yeah, he should play a different game. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, so he at 5, if he doesn't have Amber's vote, and let's say Alicia's there, I think Alicia flips on him there. Whereas Amber obviously stays with him there, even though it's hurting Amber because she's the one who's vulnerable at 5. So I mean, yeah, I feel like there were certain points where it was in Amber's benefit to probably flip on him, but she stayed, and it ended up working out because Big Tom and Rupert could not have a basic conversation with each other at Final 5, which
Well,
again,
they couldn't understand him. They couldn't understand Tom. They could not
Dude,
know what
literally
he's saying.
it's like, dude, you have Rob and Amber. Why in the world, Big Tom, and Rupert, what are you doing? Come together. Stop letting Boston Rob get. Oh my god, it's just that is so genius of Rob to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's why they were there. Because they couldn't do anything.
Exactly. And so I feel like overall that Amber probably doesn't do anything in that season without Rob, but Rob definitely doesn't do as much without Amber.
Well, he probably teams up
why are we
with
talking about
Lex.
All-Stars?
Yeah, why
Yeah,
were
Lex,
they
yeah. Lex and Big Tom for the little pregame alliance that they had going on.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Number 4? No, number
Yeah,
5 for
yeah, number
Juror?
4. I just gave 5. It was Ricard.
Got it. Okay. My number 4 is Shan. For the same reason that Underdog said, I feel like they're gonna come after Shan. I do not think that Shan will actually go home herself, but I think that if you're being if people are targeting you and your alliance, how can I generally put you in this top 3 if people have been saying your name for weeks? You have someone who is above you, saying, "Hey, let's go after Shan here." That's not something that I feel comfortable with putting Shan in this top 3. And I do think that Deshawn coming after her is a big deal to her game. On top of that, there's no longer this easy vote in Xander, as obviously for all of us we have Xander in at least our top 4. And so I mean, we now know that Xander's in like rising up as far as like his spot in the tribe, and that leaves Shan without like an easy vote. The only easy votes now are really Erica and Heather, and I feel like people are going to start wanting to drag Erica and Heather to the end instead of being like, oh, let's just get them out because I don't trust them anymore. And so I do feel like Shan does beat probably Danny and probably Lyanna, and so I give her that, and she beats obviously Erica and Heather and Ricard. But I also am worried for her ability to get to or really anywhere near the end, and I honestly think that we are not going to see Shan in the finale. I really don't. I really don't.
All right. Okay. I mean, I have Shan at 4, so I basically agree with everything you just said. She had such a good like pre-merge, but like basically ever since the merge, she's been going down and down and down and down and down.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to continue. And like, who knows? Like, I think Shannon was talking about how she wants to get out of Deshaun in the post-credit scene. That could be like a red herring, and like Shan can end up going home. Who knows? I feel like everyone knows that she does hold a lot of power. She has an idol. She just used her extra vote. She helped pull off a big move in voting out Nasir. And I just don't know if people are going to want to be with that in the final 3, which is probably why she will get taken out before the finale, or at least before the final 3. So, yeah, I also have Shan at 4. And underdog, I don't know if underdog's here. So, Bitter Joe,
Yes,
you want to go to?
I
Underdog's
am here. Yeah,
Hey,
my bad. My number
who's your
4. My number 4 is going to be Ricard. I am
Too high.
a little bit embarrassed that I have him the highest out of everybody, but he is moving up 3 spots. Because like I really don't understand the hard of hearing scene, but like he made a brilliant strategic move this episode in getting out someone with an idol. Maybe alienating Shan a little bit, but it seems like in the preview that didn't really affect them too much, and Shan did go along with the move. And he kind of masterminded that. And I don't really know what to do with the scene of the hard of hearing, because that's normally something that happens when someone's about to go out, and he didn't go out. So that might be pointing towards the winner's edit, but it did seem kind of out of place to me. But yeah, I don't think he's winning, but I have him at 4.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see him like when he got this one. Like really, I mean,
he's like the runner-up.
Maybe he's like the runner-up, and they actually need to start giving him an edit and stuff. Like I could see that happening, where he's like the runner-up, where like he gets a vote.
Like maybe like it's a 0, like 2 to 6 vote, where Heather's the third, Ricard's the second. He gets like Shan's vote and like maybe like I don't know, like Lyanna's vote or something, and then like
and ultimately
Deshaun's
loses to Xander, the winner of the season. So
Xander or Deshaun or Danny gets like,
just Xander.
the other
Just
6.
Just Xander.
Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what the hard of hearing thing really was. I thought it was gonna be a red herring to where he gets voted out in this episode. That's
That'd
not
been
what
crazy.
happened. And I would have loved it too. I would have loved that. I was really banking on this. You'd be like, all right, guys, want to make a big move and vote off Xander, and they'd be like, yes. I mean, not Xander, sorry, Ricard. And then obviously Heather and Erica would be like, yes, and they vote out Ricard. It'd be so glorious, so glorious, so glorious. But obviously, did not happen.
This year really screwed up.
Yeah, Better Jura, what's your number 4, right?
4, I got Danny.
Okay.
He's basically he's Deshaun's Lyanna. He's really just sitting there waiting to go to the end with Deshaun when he has no chance against him. And if someone takes out Deshaun for him, he loses to Shan if she takes him. So he's just sitting. I don't know what his plan is. He's just sitting there.
I think that he beats exactly half of the people left in the game. That's an okay spot to be in. That's like a number 4 or 3 spot to be in. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't plan on bringing any of those people to the finals.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think he loses to Shan. He probably loses to Deshaun, and he loses to Xander. But he beats Erica, Heather, and Ricard, and whoever else I'm not thinking of in my own. And he probably beats Lyanna. So I mean, like he beats like 4 people, but he loses to 3. So, and he wants to go to the end with like all 3 of those people, and also Lyanna. So I mean, I don't know. With Danny, it's so complicated because he's playing a really good game. It's very quiet and it's very good. It's very old school. But the issue is he's gotten such a wonky edit. Like, do you guys think Danny's getting like an edit that a winner could get, or is this just like not?
No, I mean, like he's on the bottom half when it comes to confessional givers. I don't think he had one this episode. I'm not. I don't.
I think he did. He might have been something like, yeah.
It might have been
It
more.
wasn't
It
a
was.
confessional.
He did.
He did. Okay.
It was
I
about
mean,
flipping. Or
it's a whopping
not-
one confessional, So how good is that, right?
All of his
Yeah.
confessionals are basically, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big
and
move.
like when he was getting a lot of confessionals, it was very like circumstantial. Like obviously that first episode he had confessionals because he had to. He was going to the island. The very first one. And
He
then,
also
like,
was in the water challenge
he
too,
was
so
also
he
in
had
the
to talk
water
about that.
challenge. He had to talk about that.
Episode 4 with the challenge throw.
Yeah, with the challenge throw, obviously had to talk about that. So I mean, I could honestly see like Danny being in the final 3 and being a loser, like a second placer or something.
I
Like
don't
that.
see
He's
that.
very
Like
similar-
someone that was part of the big moves but didn't really orchestrate them.
But obviously, Danny
Sure.
doesn't look like
Yeah.
he would be. He looks like a very physical guy that'd be taking that. But like edit wise, I do think that's a possibility where he's like a losing finalist to, let's say, Xander, the
think
only
that
person that wins the season.
I think that if Danny's in the final 3 and he's like that runner up, it's against Deshaun. I feel like they don't have the Danny loss to like Shan. Like it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know.
He's kind of, he reminds me of a lot of Ken with like David.
Yeah. Yep.
So like even if he takes out Deshaun by just like being smart at the very end, I still don't think he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just has not simply made enough moves in the game.
His edit is just not it. I really don't know. Like it seems like he's always the person who's like, no, we need to keep it calm and go to the end with the camp out and probably like without like Lyanna or something. And then we'll go to the end with Deshaun and Shan, and they like split votes and I get 0 votes. There you go. Boom. Like that's his plan. It's not going to work, but it would have to fully fail for him to have any shot, which is like not a good thing for your entire plan to be hinging on your plan not working, basically.
Yeah, I also think that Danny's probably the guy that like benefits the most from the camp out too, with him being like this really big physical guy and stuff like that. I feel like he's probably the one that benefits the most from it. So like if it does break apart, I could see him being like collateral damage as well. Like it all breaks apart and they're like, okay, let's get rid of Danny real quick. He seems like a physical guy that could win challenges, So there's always that route for him too.
His winning game is the camp out gets targeted and they all leave and he's the last one and goes on like a run. That's the only way he wins.
Really, what it is that he needs. Okay, first he needs Xander to get taken out. Let's all be honest. The camp out should take out Xander because that's their only outsider.
Yeah, they only
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like if they all go to the end, they all at least have an argument. Whereas if it's like Danny and Lyanna versus Xander, there's no question. And so I do feel like if they have any common sense, they'll probably take out Xander. From there, Danny needs Deshaun and Shan to go. There's only like 5 more boots left. So if you need 3 people to get booted out in 5 boots, and 2 of those 3 people are in power and 1 is on the rise, I'm very worried for you as far as like winning the game. But as far as going home and next episode, I mean, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible as like the next boot is going to be 8th place. We're in that like 8th, 7th, 6th place where like social threats that like usually like actually don't have a shot at winning, but are just likable or physical threats go out. So we're kind of in that part. And like you said, there is like not that much room to move anymore. There's only going to be 5 more boots, really 4 if they do the fire making challenge still. So there's not a lot of more times that the camp out can come together and vote off Xander, which is why Xander's going to win, obviously, and Danny's going to lose.
If the camp out has any sense, they'll blindside each other for a little bit, but then they will all come back at like final 6 or 7 to vote out Xander. Because if they don't,
but
Xander
they don't
will
have
beat
common
all
sense.
of them. Maybe Deshaun has a shot. I really do think that Shan does not have a shot to beat Xander at the end. I mean,
so.
I'm not going to go through everybody, but just doing an overview. I think Shan gets Lyanna's vote. I think Shan gets
Ricard's
Sean,
vote.
maybe
Evie's.
Ricard's vote, and I think
Xander,
Evie would. Yeah, I agree. I think Evie goes Xander. I think Heather and Erica probably go Xander because I mean you see Xander and Erica on the beach, and then obviously Heather. I don't think Heather's very fond of Shan's behavior. Obviously throwing her name out and making her the decoy, and that
I think Tiffany votes for Xander too.
She probably does.
And
I
that
think Tiffany
leaves
definitely.
Nasir, and that leaves Nasir as our swing vote. Where if Nasir votes for Shan, that it's a tie, and then the third placer, which is probably like someone like maybe a Heather or like maybe a Danny or something like that. Again, I feel like it's iffy there. I feel like Danny probably votes for Deshaun as well over Shan if he's in the jury. So I think overall that Shan. Like Shan's in a weird spot here where she loses to Xander probably, which is like if you're losing to someone who's not in the Camp Out Alliance, you need to they need to go immediately because they could win out to the end, and Xander's the per person to do that, especially if they have Final Four fire making, because then it's one less round that he has to win to get to the end. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of banking when it comes to Xander him winning if like the campout doesn't vote like idiots in the final three and just votes for someone because of their gender or skin color. I mean, I would really hate to see that. Which I mean, I think it's possible. I feel like Lyanna is never voting for Xander. You know,
I actually have faith that they're gonna try, but I feel like the people there, like okay, if like Deshaun or Shan's there, then they'll like do it based off race, or if it's Deshaun, it'd be based off race. If it's Shan, it'd be based off the woman winner. But I think as long as one of those two aren't there, or if Xander's there with either of them, I think it becomes like more of a competitive environment. Whereas if it's like Erica, like Shan, and like someone like I'm trying to think like Erica, Shan, and Ricard. It's like it's going.
It's in the bag. I mean, but the thing is, I think Xander's actively trying to not have that happen. I think he's actively trying to not have this show, to not have Lyanna, to not have Danny. But on the other hand, the camp out
beat at this point, honestly.
But the camp out, and mind you, he did win immediately. But I still think they gun for Evie. The camp out isn't trying to get Xander out, who's obviously the front runner out of the campers, out of the non-campers. And honestly, I could see Zan the man going on a streak here. I mean, he's the winner of this season already. So I mean, it's like that. But I just feel like with the edit, I really do believe. I'll get to Zan in a second. Actually, I won't get to him in a second. It'll be a while actually. But, whatever. Are we on number threes now?
Yeah.
All right.
Spencer, you're up.
All right. We got number 3. I'm gonna go with right now. I'm considering maybe doing a last minute swap here.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm gonna swap my 1 and my 3.
Wow.
His first.
Wow, ballsy move.
Did I convince you with Danny?
I'm gonna swap my 1 and my 3. I'm gonna write that down. Give me a second. 1 and 3 are
his
swapped.
1, guys. His
okay.
1.
So the person who was at 1 and now I'm second guessing myself and I'm gonna put them at 3. That person is Danny. I think Danny does not belong at 1, and I feel like that was a good call on me to just swap that. I feel like Danny cannot win against most of the Camp Out Alliance, and his edit. Really, the main thing is his edit. Is like it's just so like middle of the road. Yep. Let's not make a move. Let's like if you ask Danny like Danny would do anything to get to the end with all these people that beat him at the end. That's not a good game plan. If Danny's like dying to get to the end with people who are going to whip his ass in the end, like that's not a pretty good game plan. I also think that Danny could get targeted sooner or later for his challenge. Being just gigantic. Although he's not doing good in challenge, which is actually helping him. But I feel like at some point he's going to win a challenge, and they're going to use that as like a scapegoat in order to go after him and be like, oh, look at him, he's like really gigantic. Like let's vote him out. I think Danny's best bet is if Xander buffs up his threat level by continuing to win, and then Xander loses at like 7 or 6, and then they vote Xander off there, because if Danny starts winning instead, Xander can kind of sneak on under the radar, especially if Xander can get a correct idle play here. So yeah, I had Danny at first just because I feel like Danny's never going to go home like in the next vote for sure. Like I would be shocked. But
then I out the next vote.
But like I'm just looking at it, and I just don't. I don't think in good conscience that I can put somebody who I don't think is going to win the season at number 1. Like I feel like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of power.
If he goes out next vote, I'm gonna edit this and cut it to where he said that.
Yeah, when he said that. Yeah,
sure.
All right. I mean, I have Danny also at number 3. I just like I have confidence he can make it to the end. I mean. But I have confidence he can make it to the end and lose, So it's there's like think about the people he beats. He beats Erica, Heather, Lyanna, okay. But I don't think those people are going to make it to the final 3, and if they do, it's going to be against someone who they lose to. So I just don't really see how Danny wins, but I don't think he's going to be like a big target to be voted out. I think he's just kind of chill where he's at. But like I said, if the camp out breaks up, I feel like he's kind of him and Lyanna are the ones that are going to be like the the what's it called, collateral damage. And if they want to get out a physical threat, they're obviously going to vote out Danny. But I still have him at 3 just because I just kind of like have to. But, yeah.
I also have Danny at 3.
Right.
Because I mean, we've just been talking about him so much, but he's been in pretty much the right position for the entire game. I would say, like, he was in the majority group for all 3 votes that he's been a part of, but the edit is really just not doing him any favors. But like, he seems to be playing a pretty fine game and not one that has a lot of mistakes in it. It's not very messy, and I think he's well positioned to continue playing that way, but it's just a matter of like you guys have been saying, who he gets to end with and who he can realistically beat, and whether the edit makes sense for him to win. I don't really know, so I'm sticking with my top 2 that I've kind of been with the last 2 weeks as like the only 2 people that I really see winning this game.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny's strategy just seems to be get to the end, not to win.
Yeah, just get to the end, get the camp out to the end. That kind of mentality. Just doesn't want to rock the boat. Just kind of wants to get as far as you can, I guess.
It's not. Yeah, it's just not gonna win in the game,
but
it could get him to the end. Yeah,
it's a losing strategy, but it can get you far. Better juror. What's your number 3?
So, don't get upset. It's Xander.
No.
Just because I know you guys feel differently about the way the votes go. If he makes it to the end, I think the complete opposite. I don't think he wins a jury vote.
I actually agree with you.
I think he wins narrowly.
It really had to be like some crazy. I don't know how he gets goats with him at the end. He gets in there with other people with threats.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think he loses.
That's why I'm scared of like if he gets there with Deshaun, I genuinely think that Deshaun beats anybody right now. That's why I think Deshaun is the biggest threat. Although Xander's like the bigger threat as far as like someone who's like is going to take your spot in the end. Deshaun will beat you at the end. So it's like, pick your poison. Do you want to take somebody out who will fill your spot in the end and kind of replace you because he's going to kind of finesse his way to the end? Or do you take someone out who will beat you in the end, guaranteed, no matter who you are? So kind of a tough situation if you're like Shan or Lyanna here, or even Danny, if Danny can start to think for his own.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like Xander's just too good to lose, actually. So
that is a good counter argument, but
that's a great counter argument.
I know, right? No, I'll get on a more serious note of what I think about Xander when I get to Xander. But now we're at our top 2s, right? Which we both say together. So
I'll do mine first. I have Deshaun at 1, and I have Xander at 2. I think that Deshaun is playing the best game. I think that Deshaun wins against anybody, and that automatically, even if Deshaun said some crazy bad thing or like he made like a bad move, if you fill those 2 spots, playing the best overall game and probably beating everybody at the end, that you have to be at number 1. You have to be at number 1. On top of that, I do think that Xander had a bad tribal last episode, and I'll tell you why. If he uses his extra vote at last tribal, it's a 3-3 vote. That's a revote where the people voting are it's a revote. They probably deadlock again, and then they draw rocks. The 2 people drawing rocks there are Lyanna and Danny. If they voted for it would be like the Deshaun and Deshaun and Danny. That's a pretty good idea for him to do that, and I think that like Deshaun or Danny going there in that spot isn't necessarily bad for his game, especially if it's Danny going. And so I think that he had a missed opportunity there to not waste an idol, but still have Lyanna go home there. And what is he really going to use his extra vote for if the vote is 7-1 next time? So it's like, I mean, bro, I think when you look at like the tribal last episode, he had to use his extra vote. And then obviously we know from Shan now that you can use extra votes on the revote apparently, which is crazy.
I don't like that, but
yeah, it's just a little bit overpowered to me because
wait. I got something to say. You said you think they deadlock? You're silly, bro. If he uses extra vote, they tie, but they don't deadlock if they vote again because only Xander votes for Evie because Evie's one of the tied people. Evie gets voted out either way if he uses.
Oh yeah, but
extra vote.
Xander has the extra vote, which means he
Xander
gets
has
to
2
vote
votes.
twice on the revote.
You can vote
Yeah.
twice on a revote if you use an extra.
That's
Sure
what
about that?
Shan
Yeah.
did. Shan did it for the Nasir boot. That's how we know. So
Oh,
what? So what would happen is that Xander would put 2 votes on whoever they're flipping on, probably Lyanna. So Xander puts 2 votes on Lyanna. Evie puts a vote on Lyanna. That's 3, and then the camp out 3 puts 3 votes on Evie. Lyanna and Evie become immune. Who has the immunity necklace here? It's Xander. Right?
Xander
He becomes
does
immune.
because he's a Chad.
And then that leaves Danny and Deshaun as the 2 people drawing rocks here. Where I feel like
Deshaun
And
definitely
I
gets
feel like they
locked
would
out.
both flip. I feel like they both would.
and
Yeah.
unless Jeff said, hey, like if 2 are drawing rocks, like let's just do a fire making challenge, which I think is honestly more fair in that spot. I never think that 2 people should be drawing rocks. I feel like that's really
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
And so
you don't want to do that.
Jeff would probably do a fire making challenge in that spot, and I think probably Danny would win. I'm guessing, and so you get Deshaun going out in absolute firework fashion. So I mean, I think
The only problem
plays that horribly.
For Xander is that
there because he could have flipped it. Go ahead.
that gives that gives Shan all the power if that happens.
Yeah. And plus,
It is true.
I mean,
That never
Xander
happens
now
to Xander,
makes
though,
himself
because
an even
Chad.
bigger target. I feel like he's trying to limit his threat level at this point.
I understand, but when you let Evie go, you let go a person who is willing to work with you the entire game. Whereas,
But you also
someone-
let go of someone that is seen
Well,
as a pair
I don't
with
think
you.
he let her go. I think he generally thought that Deshaun was voting.
Yeah,
for
I
her.
think he thought he could
Yeah.
actually
No.
trust Danny and Deshaun.
I agreed. But again, he like you just said, he got played. Like they were like, yeah, man, we're gonna flip, and then he didn't. The whole point with this is what I'm saying is that I do think that he had a bad episode, at least a bad tribal for sure. Although I do think that he is doing a great job. I would have thought that with this high caliber player that they would have figured out that he's a big threat, but they just seem to not be going after him. I don't know why, but good on him. But yeah, I mean, I feel like overall Deshaun would beat Xander at the end, and that kind of puts Deshaun over Xander for me. But I think Xander and Deshaun are our clear top 2 here, and if you don't have those 2 in your top 2, like I don't really know what you're thinking.
Hey.
Well,
he just went after bitter Drew right there.
Yeah.
I think I have something to say. Then you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I wonder who he
Xander.
has at his number 1 spot.
Yeah, right.
You guys are all haters, okay? Xander is obviously number 1, best
That's so
player of the
stupid.
game, immunity winner now, okay? Idol holder,
Extra vote
last
possessor.
remaining member of. Oh no, he's not. It doesn't matter. Lyanna doesn't even count as Yasa. He's the last remaining member of Yasa now. Okay, Lyanna doesn't count.
Yeah,
She
3.
sucks. Suck it, Lyanna. No one cares. Xander's the best player of the game. All right. It doesn't matter they didn't find the idol under the stupid bench or whatever. Okay, no one would have. If Xander can't find it, no one can. All right. Xander's the best player
Deshaun
of
literally
the game.
found it. He just
No,
didn't
he
do
didn't.
anything
No,
about it.
no,
It was
Do
a
we think that
disadvantage.
that's like?
That's why he didn't grab it.
Do we think that that's like a skill vote? Probably. I'm guessing.
Wait, what?
Anyway,
Do we think that that's a steal vote or what?
We have no idea, I think.
we have no idea.
I
I would hope.
It could have
That's
been
lot
a
of
super
extra
idol
votes
for all
that.
we know.
Yeah, who knows? We'll
I
never
doubt
know.
that.
We'll never know.
I would really
I mean,
hope so.
it could have been
It's
a
not a super
vote a
idol.
player out of the game. Like it could have been remove a player from the game. Well, we don't know.
No, it's
What
probably
it is.
like you lose
It's
your
the
vote.
Dan Spilo
for the final
advantage.
five.
The Dan Spilo
Bro.
advantage. Dan Spilo
Remove
gets
someone from the
ejected
game
into the
immediately.
game.
Oh, that'd be
yo.
ratings would go up, dude.
Yeah, rating.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
would-
views would go up. Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
you would definitely be on, the cover of a lot of magazines.
It'd be
Yeah.
one of
You
the
would be a game changer for sure.
yeah, I mean, no, Xander is already a game changer in my heart.
Barney,
like,
listen.
It'd be one of the most touching moments of the season, honestly.
Yeah,
It would be
But-
very touching if he removed Lyanna. Let me tell you that.
I mean, yeah. That I mean, I feel like everyone can agree with this. Besides
Yes,
Lyanna,
for
that
sure.
Lyanna needs to go. I mean, look, while Xander got played, I really do think it was probably in Deshaun's best interest at that point to
Yeah.
get rid of Lyanna, but it
I
is
agree.
what it is. But
Because
I mean-
if he's gonna go after Shane, he needs Shane to not have her army ready, you know.
Yeah. And getting rid of a guaranteed vote for like Chantel would have been great for him, because like Lyanna's always just gonna swing wherever Chantel swings. She's like Chantel like has 2 minions in the game right now. Like she's like Gru, all right? She has like these minions. She has like she has what, Lyanna, and she has Ricard. They're both just listening to whatever she says. Like if you can get at least rid of one of those, that's great. And he passed up that opportunity. And
I also think that Lyanna's probably the more loyal one, honestly, out of both of them, because Ricard's kind of getting fed up with her. So
yeah, and I mean, if he does get rid of Lyanna, I don't really think that makes Danny too mad. I still think Danny like realizes that he kind of needs to be with Deshaun at this point. So, you know, I just think he kind of messed up there, and I just think Xander thought that Deshaun was going to make the app move. I really don't blame Xander for not playing his idol on Evie. I would have kept my idol either way. And now, even if he's on the bottom, he does have an idol. And if he's like gonna go home next episode, he's not, because he's gonna play his idol because he's the best player of the game. And also I have Deshaun at number 2. If you guys couldn't tell from that, I have Deshaun at number 2. If Xander doesn't win, it's gonna be Deshaun, but Xander will win, so it's not Deshaun.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. All right. Underdog.
All right, I think we all know who I have at number 1.
Yeah.
It's Devious D-Rad Deshaun. He is, as Spencer said it himself, he's playing the best game right now, and he beats anybody, and he has enough sense to realize that being part of the Camp Out Alliance is really not what's best for his game at the moment. And I also think this isn't really being talked about because of the preview, which shows like Deshaun being targeted by Shan and Lyanna and Ricard, but like, like what numbers do they have to get out Deshaun other than Shan, Lyanna, and Ricard? I really don't think that Heather or Xander or Erica, and definitely not Deshaun and Danny, are going to vote for Deshaun. So like, what are they going to do? They don't have the numbers to pull that off.
That's why it was bad to vote out Nasir. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah. I feel like now Deshaun, because he voted out Evie instead of turning on Lyanna, now at least he saved face a little bit with Shan. It's because, I mean, let's face it, Shan has an idol. He doesn't. So he's already coming into this like schism at a disadvantage. But if he were to vote out Lyanna, that would just make Shan even angrier and more wanting to target him and have more reason to be like, look, this guy's a flipper. He's not going to be honest with you. He's going to flip right back. And we need to get this guy out of here right now. Now, she doesn't have any evidence now that Deshaun needs to go other than, he says I'm speaking to him like he doesn't need to be spoken to. Like I'm a third grader or I'm parenting a third, like, shut up, Shan, you're annoying.
He said words at me.
Yeah. He's so immature because he wanted a plan to happen. Yeah,
he wanted to talk to respectfully, you know. So.
Yeah, he didn't want to be talked to like a third grader, so now he's immature. And so,
Chance, do me a favor.
Anyways, yeah. So I think that was a really smart move, honestly, on Deshaun's part to vote out Lyanna. I mean, obviously, if Xander did do the correct move by using his extra vote, I think Deshaun would have flipped. But then he would have been like, I had no choice. This was like the only move for my self-preservation. And if Shan didn't like understand that, then I don't really know what is going on in her brain. But yeah, Deshaun is clearly in a great spot to me. I've been saying this all along, and finally people are starting to realize it. Xander, I love the way he's playing the game. He's getting a great edit, but just positioning wise, he's not in the place of power right now.
But he is the winner, so you know. You guys are just haters. Okay, you guys are just haters on Xander. Okay, he's the winner of the season.
He is the winner, but yeah.
Exactly. All right, so Bitter Juror, who's your number 1 and number 2?
So I got Deshaun in 1 as well. I think Tribal went perfect. Like, he wanted Nasir gone last week. That happened this week, and I think the only thing would have been perfect for him is if Xander did play his idol and then took out Lyanna, so he could be completely clean hands of getting rid of Lyanna, but that's the only downside.
Xander's idol would have also been gone as well. So
yeah, that would be. I think if he could have just I don't know how he could have convinced Xander to play it and get rid of Lyanna, but that would have been pretty awesome.
Tell Xander that. Well, no, but if he tells Xander that, hey, like I'm not I'm not flipping with you, then Xander and Evie might say, "Screw you! We're gonna vote you and play the idol, and then you're gonna go home." So
yeah, he could have did it in a way like, guys, I really want to flip with you, but Danny won't. Then it could get they could tell everybody. So it was a hard spot, but that would have been perfect for him, for Xander to play the idol there and take out Lyanna.
Yeah, he could have been like, Danny's not gonna vote for Lyanna. I don't the blood on my hands, so you have to play your idol for Evie or use an extra vote, or else she'll go home.
Yeah, because it looks like if he takes out Lyanna out on his own accord, I don't think Danny's for that or Shan. So, and I got Shan at number 2, just because.
Wow.
I mean, everything just to edit and I think she's the only person that wins after Deshaun. That's the only person I think can win.
I'd say Xander probably beat
Xander, bro. Xander,
I give it 60% Deshaun, 30%. Yeah, 30% Shan, and then 10% Xander.
Nah, 100% Xander. He's the winner of the season. It don't matter. It's 100% Xander. Xander all day, every day. It's Xander.
It's every day, bro.
Yeah, it's every day, bro.
With Xander's epic island flow.
Oh my god.
Xan has the most wins then.
2 advantages in just 1 day. Ain't no one done that before.
Okay, we need to stop with the Jake Paul.
Yes. No. Please stop.
It's every day, bro, with the CBS flow.
We're done.
It's every day, bro, with Jeff's new season 41 flow.
Drop the 4, keep the 1.
Ain't no one done that before.
Drop the 4, grow the flow.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. You guys are just awful. I mean, it's just it's disgraceful.
Drop the 1, keep the 4. Ain't no
Spencer, you're the one that keeps inviting us on these. You're the one that keeps inviting us on these. This is what you get.
Hey, math boy. Do you have the statistics?
I do have the math. Whoa, I do have the math. Okay. Yes. Did you expect anything else? Okay.
Yeah, no.
In last place, we have Heather at 8th place. Lyanna is at 7th place.
Let's go.
A tie for 6th and 5th between Erica and Ricard.
All right.
Makes sense.
Then Shan is in 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
Danny's in 3rd. Xander is in 2nd place. And with an average ranking of 1.25, we have Deshaun. That's easily the highest he's ever been. And really, it's only matched by Shan, who had a couple unanimous top picks early on in the season, but he's really climbing every single week, I feel like. Yeah. Deservedly so, too. At least in my opinion.
I mean, I'll give it to you. He's playing the best game. He beats anybody. The issue is someone going to figure that out and blindside him? But, I mean,
they are.
Just Shan.
It's going to be Xander. It's going to be Xander.
I think
Xander has no options.
I think that the only person who can lead a Deshaun blindside is Shan. So Deshaun's game really comes down to if Shan realizes that Deshaun will beat her at the end, and if Shan realizes that, then she has a really good shot to take him out and go to the end with an Erica and a Lyanna and just absolutely whoop them. But the issue is if Shan wants to even go to 4 with Deshaun, because she's super pro camp out, that leads to a very tough situation in which Deshaun probably is able to sneak into the final tribal where he beats anybody, maybe loses to Xander, maybe.
I mean, y'all are mad sleeping on Zanny the Manny, but
he's ranked at 2.
Zanny the Manny, it's
he has an average ranking on this at 2, so I don't know what you're even talking about.
I mean, y'all are sleeping on him. You're not ranking him at 1.2, whatever Deshaun's was at. How do you have more than 1? How do you have higher than 1? How do you have 1.2? That doesn't even make sense.
No. I rank them 1 is the lowest, 8 is the highest.
I know.
1, so Xander gets 3 1s and 1 2 from you. So I add that up, that becomes 5. Divide that by 4 people, that's 1.25. So 1 is the best possible score.
Drop the 4, keep the 1.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
exactly. Drop the 4, keep.
Drop the 0.25, keep the 1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Drop the 4, keep the 1, because this is a brand new game.
Coming at you like a monster from a horror movie.
I'm still mad that the whole monster thing was a complete clickbait. I have not seen a single monster on the islands. Where's the monster at?
Jeff was just watching a bunch of horror movies. It got him in a mood.
Yeah. It's gonna be the worst season ever if a monster does not show up and eat all the players that are left.
Of course.
If Jason showed up at the end, just murdered them all.
Perfect.
Survivor's back, baby.
Survivor's back.
I'm gonna start making positive content about Survivor.
Jason just says Survivor's back, baby, as he walks away from the island. Everyone's dead. Just Survivor's back, baby. See you in season 42.
It just ends with all like a quiet and all the blood everywhere.
See you in season 42.
Very,
All right,
very
on
positive
that light note.
Yeah.
I put the surviving back in Survivor. But.
Yeah, I put the
put the surviving back in Survivor.
Survive the night, baby.
All right. Does everybody anybody have any final thoughts on the episode before we close this out? We go through all your channels.
Deshaun sold.
There we go. That's our final thoughts for the entire episode. Is that Deshaun sold? There we go. That is what listening to this podcast has given you in your life. Is that Deshaun sold? What's going on over there in the Skylander universe over there in the little...
Well, by the time you see the video, it's already happened. But I do plan to live stream sometime tomorrow or on Sunday. And a new video will be dropping on Sunday as well. It's going to be the continuation of this is so dumb. The LeBron saga. If you watch my videos, you know what the LeBron saga is. So, yeah. The LeBron saga will be continuing on Sunday. There you go.
Oh yeah. that was actually like low-key funny that you show me. So go check out Sky if you haven't. You just hit 10K, which is a crazy number. Good for you, man.
There you go.
What's going on over there in the underdog universe?
I can't guarantee that anything will happen between this episode and next episode, but there is Thanksgiving break coming up. Yeah, there is Thanksgiving break.
We do have a break.
So if I don't get a video out over Thanksgiving break, I'm probably gonna do like a $10 giveaway because I really need to get a video up, and I'm also broke, so I know that's gonna motivate me.
Exactly.
Cool.
There you go.
So there's no money to give. So obviously, you have to grind it out.
It's about drive. It's about power.
Power. We stay hungry.
God.
It's not a mindset, guys. It's a grind set.
Okay. Bitter Juror, what's going on over there in the bitter universe?
I just released a video on some like Survivor Twitter nonsense. I'm sure you know about that, Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh,
very good video. Very good video.
Thank you.
Tell me about it. I do a video on it like every week now with Shan doing all its craziness. So yeah, I get it. Okay. And then over here on the Survivor Spencer universe, we just hit 1K as of this video dropping. Right now, I'm looking at my stats, and we are at 987. Wow, we're very close.
You gained
guys,
5 subscribers within.
I was looking at my boy Spencer's channel this morning, and he was at like 906. He gained almost 100 subscribers in one day.
No,
That's crazy.
Like I think you gained almost like 5 or 7 subscribers just within this podcast because I've been like looking at your channel. I think you've actually, for the first time in a very long time. Yeah, you have more subscribers than Russell Muscle.
Do I?
TV. Yeah, but you guys are guys, Russell Muscle TV and Survivor Spencer are both about to hit 1K. What a glorious
at the same time, we started from the bottom. Now we're here. I mean, I think it's fitting because I started before Russ. I started like maybe a few weeks before, so I think it's fitting that I hit it first.
I started a good few weeks before. You know.
I thought about starting before. But...
Really?
Yeah, I thought about.
I started before Russell Muscle. Where's my? Come on, guys.
Post a video, but gotta post a video.
Bum, 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 bum.
So. Bitter Juror, why didn't you start your channel earlier?
Oh, I mean, I actually started a channel like back in like Cagayan, but then I released like a really cringe video, and I was like, I'm gonna stop doing that.
Is it still unlisted? Like, can you
it was a different channel. I removed it.
Oh,
it wasn't like people liked it, but it wasn't up to like how I like to do it. But
it wasn't up to the quality that you
your
prefer.
Content now is just like it's so unique. Like there's like it's like I feel like all of our channels like have like this unique factor where like there's just this vibe that you can only get from our channels. And I feel like your channel with like the little memes and the little clips from other shows, like it's awesome. Like, so go.
I got one more thing. Actually, I'm gonna try to upload this video sometime over the break. I'm gonna be uploading a video on Surviving called SJWs versus Survivor. So.
Oh, that's sure to leave a mark.
Wow.
Yeah. So
also, guys, I figured out a way to check this is sort of off topic, but regarding other people's YouTube channels, I figured out a way to check the like dislike ratio on a video. All you have to do is just log out of your account, go on without an account, and it'll show you how many dislikes a video has.
There you
So
go.
PSA,
There you
anybody
go.
wondering?
I
Life
still got
hacks.
dislikes on my video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I actually found out about
I
it.
don't.
I was
Mine,
looking at your
disappeared
video.
today.
I was looking at your video,
Mine
Villager,
or
and
Spencer's?
I wanted
You
wanted to
saw that
see
I
how
got
many
a lot of dislikes.
I wanted to see how many dislikes you had, and it was like 57 to 9 or something, which is like
Yep.
pretty expected
Nope.
for a video like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I knew I was
actually,
gonna get
I
that.
should make more videos on the SJW whatever Survivor thing because
the
the Stop
wokeness?
Politicizing
Yeah.
Survivor video actually is the
Yeah.
most viewed video on my channel. So
My
Yeah.
first Shan video that has 5K views has 155 likes and 64 dislikes. So it's very controversial. video.
Sheesh, bro.
And then my second one has 121 and 45. So yeah, I mean, like, but you know, so
Sheesh.
it's like I feel like videos like that have like a lot of likes, but then they also have like a third of the likes are are also like in the dislikes column.
They're
So
just
That's
they're
that's
just
good because that
brain
means it's
dead
controversial and
fans.
Yep.
it's like showing there is engagement. You
Yeah,
know,
I
so
mean,
like
if it's like more dislikes than likes, then it's like
Yeah.
just a straight up bad
So,
video.
well,
But if it's like
Yeah.
if it's like 3-to-1 ratio, that's how you know it's like inviting conversation.
watch this. So my Shan video, like it's like 155 likes and 64 dislikes. But then when you go to like a non like quote unquote political video, like for example, my Who Will Win Survivor video, right? That one has 204 likes and 2 dislikes. So it's like it really is like some videos are just not controversial, and so like the ratio for it's like 99 in the video, whereas in others are like super, so it's like a 64% like ratio. So we're getting deep
Yeah, we're
into
gaming.
this channel.
We're gaming, guys.
My one
I think we're not even talking about Survivor anymore, so we kind of gotta wrap this up.
my
Yeah,
one
it's like
video's
definitely
got like 257 likes and 92
Yeah.
dislikes.
There you go.
Exactly. It's just like I think the controversial it does really good with the algorithm. Let's stop talking about YouTube channel.
Meanwhile, I don't have a
told you
single
who-
dislike on my channel. LFG, baby.
Whoa.
That is
Oh,
how
there
you
we
do
go.
My Erica's sus video got a dislike, which is very displeasing.
Bruh.
Okay,
It was
there you go.
Erica.
It was definitely Erica.
It
Oh,
was
Bitter
Erica.
What's up?
Did we ever tell you that Ricard definitely, or like most likely Ricard, commented on like a post from me preseason, and then he deleted it like 5 minutes after.
Good.
Wait, he commented on one of your posts?
Yeah, so I had a video that's like Ricard is an amazing person before the season aired, like, based on his preseason
You would like that.
content. Yeah,
He would
and then
like that.
he
Very
he
self-centered.
commented, and it was an account called Ricard, and then it had like his middle name and everything, like Ricard something Foyer with all the accents correct, and it was like thank you so much, and then like it, but then like I like went to go check it, and it got deleted. So he must have commented, realized it like broke his contract, and then deleted it. So
Dude, you're almost no. Are you sure it's not him like seeing stuff now and going back, like seeing like
what do you
the
mean?
Shan videos and stuff?
No,
Oh,
he deleted it right after he
deleted it,
posted
like,
it.
right
Oh,
after.
right after.
This
Yeah.
was like
This was before the season.
He deleted it before the first episode aired. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Like, so.
okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Ricard and Shan out, dude, I might do like a tell all with Voce because I've talked to Voce on Instagram, but there's no way I'm getting a Shan tell all at all. There's no way.
I mean, good.
There's
We
no shot.
only interview the real ones. Okay, we only interview.
If we get a Xander tell all, that's gonna be amazing.
I mean,
Oh
Xander,
my
I'm a
God.
huge
if
simp.
I
bro,
could get Xander for a
please.
tell all, bro.
If I could get
would do
Deshaun
that.
for a tell all, bro.
Oh my god. Nah, bro, we've been
That'd be awesome.
dissing the camp out. We lost Deshaun.
We lost
that.
Yeah,
I know I lost everybody. I don't care.
definitely.
Nah,
I don't
nah,
want any
Voce.
connections to any
Voce
survivors.
doesn't care. Voce is a real one.
I-
Okay, He's a
I
doctor.
still have like Xander and the entire pre-mergers, but besides that, we're pretty much screwed.
Oh, no,
the
we can
entire
get
camp out,
get Abraham. We can get him. I know we can 100%. We can get him there.
I think like
Abraham,
Russell Hans might be the
let's-
only person who likes me, but
No,
Yeah,
Russell
facts,
Hans. No,
facts.
Russell Hans is a real one. Russell Hans, he's a real one. Yeah, he's a
Yep.
he keeps it real. He keeps it
He is
100%.
an
If you
absolute real
will.
one.
Yeah,
All right,
best player of the game.
Let's release these people from prison and listening to this absolute nonsense. Again, guys, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, it's just me speaking to a mic. All of us are speaking into random mics, and it's not going anywhere. But because you guys, there's actually people watching this, and like people support us. That's awesome. So again, if you're just supporting one of us, go support the other people. Spread the love around. And if that's it, I'll talk to you guys.